Hey, good morning, everyone. How are you? How are you? Happy Thursday. And welcome to our final masterclass on creating calm out of chaos. Today we're going to talk about our spirit, and I'll give it a few minutes because there's often a little bit of lag in people getting notifications when lives start. So I'll give it a couple of minutes. If you join me, say hi, let me know where you're at, let me know how your day's going. Say hi, and how's the weather? We've got snow happening here again. So let me know where you're at, how the weather is where you're at. If you're freezing cold, I've got a fire going, the flannel, the big cozy sweater, all the things to keep warm today. And as you can see, some more work has been happening in the workshop. The books are back on the shelves. My beautiful native girl is back up on the wall. I've had her for, pushing 24 years now. So I love having her on the wall here and somehow managed to hang on to her through all of the moves over the years. But today we're going to talk about creating calm in our spirit. And if you think of your spirit as, your energy field, the extension of you, this is kind of what I mean when I say our spirit. It's that energetic extension of ourselves, of our hearts, of our minds, of our bodies. And I'm curious. So if you're here, it's probably because you relate to the feeling out of sorts. So let me know if you've ever felt this way. So you feel out of sorts. Hi, Wendy. Oh, -8. -8 is not bad at all. And it's such a drier cold out there. I lived in Airdrie for a little while, and the cold is different when it's not so damp. Very different. Morning, Mona. Hi, good to see you. I remember being able to handle more of the cold because it wasn't so damp. But -8 in Calgary is not so bad. I think it's about -10 here this morning. There's a little bit of a breeze, a little bit of snow happening. But it's still a nice day. It's not too bad at all. So when our spirits get kind of impacted by all of this external input, so external energies, we can get feeling out of sorts. So let me know if you relate to this. So there's nothing really out of the ordinary going on with your body. Everything is working and grooving, and, sleep is decent. You're eating okay. Your body is doing its thing. There's nothing really out of the ordinary going on from a mental perspective. You're doing your days, your thoughts are, you're doing your gratitudes, you're, practicing the mindfulness, you're being present in your life, your thoughts are, in a good place, your home is sorted out, everything is kind of good, nothing out of the ordinary happening there. But you feel just out of sorts, irritated by stupid little things that normally wouldn't bother you at all, easily frustrated, right? Or my favorite, when I'm really out of sorts, is feeling really restless, but also tired and I don't want to fucking do anything. Like just that out of sorts, and like I say, it's not really anything that you can necessarily pinpoint. Everything else seems good, but you have this kind of chaotic feeling. And this is oftentimes when, from the perspective of our spirit, from this layer of our spirit, right? Because this is everything we've talked about in these master classes, is all the different layers of things. And healing is layers. Can't sleep. Yeah. So sleep is a big deal, right? So when we can learn ways to calm our spirits, I'm gonna put this little dog, Ozzy, has decided to come and say hi as usual. Mwah. Okay, come on, you out. Out. Now we'll just shut the door so that we have our time. Okay, let me get focused here again. So when we, get this kind of out of sorts feeling, it's very often from external impacts that are impacting our energy, that are impacting us in ways that we don't necessarily understand. And so we get that restless but tired feeling. It's like, I'm just antsy, but I don't want to do anything. Like just, ugh. And it's such a chaotic feeling. There's no other word for it. And that feeling irritable, things that wouldn't ordinarily bug you, just bug you. So one of the things that we can do when we start to feel this way is, recognizing and asking the question, is this actually mine? Is this energy that I'm feeling actually mine? And asking this question starts to shift that energy in our spirit because we're getting curious. We're asking the question. Because oftentimes it's not actually ours. It is energy that we've absorbed from the collective energy, from solar storms. They have a massive, massive impact on our spirit, on our energy. And so we can ask the question, is this really mine? Is this energy that I'm feeling coming from me, or have I absorbed it from somewhere else? There was it was a couple of years ago now, and I was at Dooley's at the pool hall playing pool. I think it was like a Tuesday afternoon, and at that time my Tuesdays were kind of my go to town, do all the things, do the supply run, and have a little break and a little social time. So I was playing pool and feeling fine, just having a great day, having a mid-afternoon glass of wine, chatting with the girls, playing some pool, everything. I was feeling great. And then all of a sudden I felt this overwhelming sense of sadness. Like I went from feeling just fine to feeling so heavy, so heavy. And I teared up, and it made absolutely no sense. And it was just I asked the question, where is this coming from? Is this mine? What is happening here? And there was a man who was sitting at a table just a little bit away from me. And he was sitting there alone. He's an older gentleman. He has some pretty significant health issues. And, he was having his onion rings and his glass of pop. And when I asked the question, I realized that what I was feeling was actually him. I was feeling his energy. I was feeling his heaviness and sadness and loneliness. And it was incredibly heavy. I mean, I was in tears. It was just all of a sudden I went from looking at the pool table, planning my next shot, to tears in my eyes and just feeling this weight. But when I asked the question, is this mine? Where is this coming from? The relief was almost immediate, because recognizing that wasn't mine, that wasn't part of me, wasn't part of my spirit, allowed it to dissipate, allowed my protection to naturally come into play. So this is one question that you can ask when you're feeling this kind of out of sorts, restless, tired, easily frustrated, cranky thing, is this energy mine? If the answer is no, I had posted a picture, a meme, a couple of weeks ago about calling our energy back to us. And this is a very, very simple practice. If you've never done this before, you will notice a profound difference in your energy, in your spirit, in how it feels when you call your energy back to you and release the energy that isn't yours. This is so calming to our spirit. And then that, by extension, calms our mind, calms our body. And when we calm our mind and our body, the energy in our home shifts as well. Again, everything is all connected. This is all energy. This is all the different layers, right? It's so funny. I'm starting to see so much more clearly all the different layers of things. And this is part of this whole going deeper into everything this year. So it's really interesting. I'm always fascinated by how all of these things come together. But so calling your energy back to you, once you've asked this question, is calling your energy back to you. And again, if you haven't done this before, you will notice a difference. Let me try that again. I know there are a few people in the group here who have tried it for the first time and, we're like, holy hell, where's this been all my life? Because it does make a huge difference. We are energetic beings living in an energetic world. Everything is energy. Everything is vibrating at its own frequency, at its own rate. So when you're calling your energy back to you, it's very, very simple. It's that inhale with intention and saying to yourself as you inhale, I call all my energy back to me. And then on the exhale, I release the energy that is not mine. And doing this over a few breaths, a few cycles, will calm your spirit, will calm that, because you're releasing the energy that isn't yours. So it's incredibly calming to our spirit. Another question to ask, because again, when our spirits are out of sorts, it's just, everything just feels wonky. Everything just feels chaotic. And again, this is when your body is feeling pretty good, your mind is feeling pretty good, your home's in a pretty good state, but you're still feeling this kind of wonky energy. So another question you can ask is tuning into your spirit, tuning into that energetic extension of yourself, and asking the question, what do I really need right now? And listening for the answer. So maybe what you need in that moment is to journal. Maybe what you need in that moment is a shower. Maybe what you need in that moment is comfort food. But tuning in and asking that question, what do I really actually need right now? And then listening for the answer and trusting the answer and following the direction of the answer. This is all the other layers of it. You can't just ask the question and then ignore the answer. That's not going to work, right? You have to ask the question with the intention of following the answer that you get, so that you actually achieve this state of calm. So you can actually move out of this feeling out of sorts. Maybe you need to, putter around the house. Maybe you need to actually use that restlessness and move. And so that you're moving that restlessness out of you, even when you're tired, and it doesn't have to be anything big. It can be, 5 minutes of a dust rag and just, but it's that movement. It's that movement, conscious, intentional movement as a response to that question. So when you ask the question, what do I really need right now? And then trusting and following the answer. Because it's when we ignore what we need that our spirits get out of whack, right? When we're absorbing this energy from other places and not knowing it and not doing anything to get rid of it, then this spiritual chaos just continues on. So let me know if this is resonating with you, if this makes sense to you. And if you have tried or will try this calling your energy back to you. Mona, this is something that can help at the end of the day when you can't sleep, because maybe you have through the day absorbed a whole crap ton of energy that isn't yours. And so you've got your body and your spirit in this state of chaos because you've absorbed this energy that isn't yours. So in the evening, this is a really good practice. Every evening, I do this every night at bedtime. It's just part of my practice. It's the breath work, calling my energy back, doing the body scan, doing my gratitudes, and then drifting off to sleep. So calling your energy back to you at the end of the day can make a substantial difference in how well you sleep. And calming your spirit, calming that wider energy field, that wider part of you that we don't often, so many don't connect to and aren't connected to. And, people go for years and years and years and years with insomnia and not being able to sleep. And there are really simple ways to shift out of that and to change that. The best tools are the simple ones. They work the best. They are so powerful. Another way, so really, the talking about spirit is kind of really simple of what spirit is. It's that extension of our physical selves, that energetic extension of us. But this today is all about the tools. And yeah, so that's you, Mona. So yeah, try that practice. And it's 90 seconds and it can change so much. And just give yourself that gift, give yourself that commitment to that 90 seconds of calling your energy back and releasing and cutting the cords and, letting go of the energy that isn't yours. Because, the collective energy is huge right now, right? There is so much fear. There is so much chaos out in the world, even with the good things that are happening. If you haven't been under a rock, you know about this convoy that's happening across Canada. And the energy from that is huge. It's a much more positive energy for the most part. People are coming together, the excitement, the support, the community, everyone is standing up and coming together with this. But it's a lot of energy. Right? It's a lot. So when we can call our own energy back to us and let go of the energy that isn't ours and do this consistently each night, sleep becomes a lot better, becomes deeper and much more healing, because sleep is key. Rest is key. Our bodies only heal when we rest and sleep, because the rest of the time, our bodies are performing tens of hundreds of thousands of functions that keep us going, right? That allow us to do all the things, that allow me to be here with you, that allow you to be here with me, to feed ourselves, to go to work, to clean the house, to do all these things. Our body functions are, our body is performing hundreds of thousands of functions every minute, every day. So when we sleep well and rest well, our bodies then turn their attention to healing. So try this calling your energy back practice. And again, it's not complicated. It's simple. It's 2 simple phrases. I call my energy back to me. Using the hand motions, this is also an energetic practice, pulling your energy back, supporting that intention, supporting that flow of bringing your energy back to you, and releasing the energy that is not mine. So that exhale and that supportive, energetic hand motion can help as well. Just to make it supports that intention, supports that flow. So let me know if that makes sense. Love to hear if you try it. Share in the group, post in the group. Mindfulness meditations are great, but they're not, when you're doing a mindfulness meditation, you're not actually bringing your energy back to yourself. You're being mindful and coming into, awareness and becoming present with your energy as it is, but you may not have all of your energy there while you're doing it. So try the calling your energy back first and then do your mindfulness meditation and see if you feel a difference in that. I would love to hear if you do. So another way that we can help to calm our spirits is tuning into the cycles. So the cycles of our own personal cycles, because we have sleep cycles, the circadian rhythm, right? I'm sure at some point over your life you've heard about circadian rhythm. This is our sleep-wake cycle. And so tuning into what your sleep cycle is, if it's good, if there needs to be some change there. One of the things that can help bring your circadian rhythm back into balance is when you get up in the morning, getting some daylight right away, first thing in the morning. So when you get up out of bed, make your bed, also a very important energetic practice. And not storing stuff under your bed. If you have stuff under your bed, get it out of there, put it somewhere else, figure that out, but get the shit out from under your bed. Huge energy weight, huge impact on your sleep, huge impact on the energy in your room, huge impact on your spirit. So get it out. You will notice a difference, I promise you. Yes, sunshine too. The more, because we don't have sun here right now, Mona. I know you're not far from me. We don't have sun today, but getting outside, getting the daylight, making your bed, opening the curtains in your bedroom so that, you're getting up, make the bed, open the curtains, you get the light and the daylight. You just put stuff there. No, get it out, Mona. Find another spot for it. Get it out from under the bed. Oh my gosh. And it's so funny because you probably don't even realize the weight of it being there. But once you move it out, you will definitely notice the difference. This is one of my friends and clients. She had put some stuff under the bed just temporarily. And when she was having her room painted, all that stuff got moved out. And she's like, it's never going back. Didn't even realize how heavy it was. It is not going back. So get the shit out from under your bed. No, don't do it. But so tuning into our cycles. So that first thing in the morning, getting the sunlight, getting the daylight, tuning into getting in touch with the energy, the natural cycle of the seasons and the day can really be calming to our energy and to our spirit, because we are connected to nature. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited for this one today. I don't know how you guys are feeling about it, but I'm very excited about this. And so my throat is getting dry already. But a lot of times when we have chaos from a spiritual perspective is because we're disconnected, right? We're disconnected from nature. We're disconnected from the cycles of the seasons, of the moon. The moon has a huge impact. If you've ever worked retail, you know. Holy shit, it's a full moon. Give me extra coffee today because the crazy is going to be out. But recognizing and coming into tune with these, seasonal and daily cycles can be very calming, because we can then, deepen certain practices, whether it's, the full moons always keep me awake. Always keep me awake. This is something I have come to accept. It is something I have come to expect. And it's something that, it's like, well, if I'm going to be awake, it just gives me more time to journal, right? So I use the time and I use the energy that I get from the moon. And so tapping into that seasonal, that monthly cycle of the moon, of the seasons, of the day, can really be calming to our bodies, our minds, and our spirits, right? Because our spirit, again, it's that extension of ourselves. It's that extension of our energy. And it's through that spirit is how we connect with the earth, with the collective, with, right? The moon gives you energy too. It's so true of so many people. You know, a friend of mine, his son, of course, since we've been friends, he's starting to notice that his youngest son is very influenced by the moon, which is really, really cool because he's able to help support him now, right? Knowing that when the full moon is coming, the couple of days before, once the moon is full, it tends to ease pretty quickly once the moon has come into its peak. But yeah, Mona, I'm the same. During the full moon, I'm like, it's 1 a.m. and I'm sitting and I'm like, okay, I'm still not tired, but it's 1 a.m. Like I gotta go to bed. And so that's where going to bed and doing some of the energetic practices, particularly the gratitude practice, I find this very calming and really helps me to go to sleep because it gives my mind something to do. It raises vibration and just calms me, and I will go to sleep. Excuse me. Oh, bad headaches. Yeah, so you may find, Mona, tuning into the cycles a bit more, knowing when the full moon is coming and having extra extra care practices before, during, and after the full moon. You may find a lot more, you know, that you're able to calm and maybe not experience the headaches in the same way. I still haven't figured out, you know, quite how to go to bed early on a full moon. It just doesn't happen here. But tuning into those cycles, so the cycles of the day, as we come into the longer days, your energy will shift. You will have more energy as we come into spring, and the moon cycles, but also hormonal cycles, right? So we all have our hormonal cycles. Oh, we've got a new moon coming, Kelly. I don't know, because this is the thing. New moons are still full moons. Roll that around for a second. Because I've been starting to notice the same effects during the new moon. Not quite as extreme. I might be up till midnight as opposed to 2 a.m. But new moons are still full moons. It's just the backside, right? So roll that around a little bit. But yeah, full moon release is fantastic. That's great. But there's a deepening. There's some connection to something deeper that, you know, needs to shift and change. So maybe deepening your practices, adding this, calling your energy back in, may help ease the headaches. Give it a try and see what happens. This is the thing. When we try new things, we have to try them on for a little bit and see how they work and if they work. And if they do, then we can keep them. If we don't, then we can let them go and try something else that's new, right? Because not everything works for everyone in the same way. This is true of everything, right? Nuts, for me, my body does not like nuts. I'm allergic to nuts. A lot of people can eat them. True of so many different things, whether it's an energetic practice or anything. Everything works for everyone in different ways because we're all different, right? So try shifting up your practices, adding something a little new, and let me know how it goes. Let me know what happens. Love to hear it. So then there's our Then there are our hormonal cycles. And, you know, as women, ours shift and change, but being connected to it as opposed to, you know, oh, here it is again, week 3, this is why I feel like a crazy person. Well, as you get to this phase of life that I'm in now, where my cycles are not every 28 days, there is necessarily no week 3, but being in tune with how I'm feeling and, checking in with my body, and like I keep track of my cycles. So it's like, okay, where am I at right now? But being more in tune with all these different cycles. And men have hormonal cycles too. So they're not as in tune with the moon cycles as women tend to be. Their cycles tend to be more, I believe it's around 65 days, as opposed to kind of the typical 28 days that women mostly have. Of course, now I'm anywhere between 28 and 52 at this stage of life. But I still notice around the moon, there's still that little bit of wonkiness, that feeling of being restless, but also tired, of being awake, but not really wanting to do anything, being kind of irritable, and easily frustrated with things that normally wouldn't bug me. But again, it's that, what do I really need right now? Is this actually mine? Where am I in my cycle? Where is the cosmos in its cycle? Where's the moon in its cycle? Have there been solar flares? Solar flares is something that only really came into my awareness, I want to say maybe 2 years ago. But when I started reading all of the effects of them and how strongly they impact the Earth's energy, the Earth's vibration, and recognizing, like, there's sometimes, like, I feel like I'm coming down with something. I feel like I'm coming down with a flu. I got a few body aches, might feel a little stuffy, might have a little minor headache. And then invariably something will pop up. It'll say, we've had a class 5 solar storm the last 2 days. And be like, aha, there it is. Got it. I stopped blinking at 37. Huh, that is interesting. Have you had hormonal testing done, Mona? I'm sure you probably have. I mean, although they don't usually do it, but maybe where it happened so young for you, there may be something, because even if we're not bleeding, even if we're not having a period every month, our body is still cycling through hormonal changes, right? So just being aware of, had it all. Yep. I kind of figured. But our bodies are still going through, whether we're bleeding or not, our bodies are still going through regular cycles. Maybe not so regular, but our bodies are still going through cycles. So paying attention to how we feel and starting to notice patterns allows us to be able to create more calm in our spirit, in our energy field. And so, yeah, it can get frustrating, right? When you're looking for answers, especially from a medical perspective, because they can't test for everything yet. This is something we talked about in one of the other masterclasses, is all the research that's going on as far as being able to look at energetic causes for symptoms and changes in our physical body. We're not at the point yet where medical science is actually able to test and measure these things on an energetic level. The research is going on. This will change, but it can get really frustrating, especially if we're looking only for answers, or, from a medical perspective. There are so many people out there that with the energy work that they do, they are able to find answers that medicine can't right now. So the session that I had on Tuesday with Anita was incredible. I am still processing and integrating. The energy is still working a little bit. but finding the roots for some physical things that have been happening on an energetic level. And she has the most beautiful ability to do this. And, you know, I've gotten some clarity. I let go of some really heavy shit that was impacting me on a physical level, you know, from an energetic, from a spiritual capacity, having an impact on my physical body. And because of the gifts that she has, because of the ability that she has, she was able to tap into this and give me some answers. And so there's been a lot of clarity. There's been a lot of lightness. There's been a lot of weight released. So it makes an enormous difference when you can tap into these energetic causes, these energetic answers. I've done past life work this over last year. And that made a huge difference in calming my spirit and changing my spirit and shifting my energy field. And again, this year is about going so much deeper into that. And it's what's inspired these masterclasses. It's what's inspiring the things that I'm working on. It's what's inspiring the changes in the energy healing, the crystal healing work. So all of these layers, right? All of these layers, everything, it's all layers. So many layers. It's like an onion. I've been thinking this morning about Shrek, and in the first Shrek, when he's talking to Donkey, and it's like, he's like an onion, and Donkey says, stinky? And he's like, layers. Onions have layers. I have layers. And we all have layers, and healing happens in layers. And, you know, was like the painting. There's layers and layers and layers. And so I'm going deeper into the layers this year. And so I'm bringing y'all along with me. If you choose to come along with me. So, but tuning into these cycles, so, can really help make better sleep, and calm our spirits, calm that energy field that is an extension of ourselves. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with my throat this morning. Not enough water yesterday. That is probably part of it for sure. So yeah, let me know how you're feeling about all this. Mona, if you would like, I can connect you with some people that can do more of this energetic reading work. It's not something that I do. I may in the future, but as of right now, it's not something that I do, but I do know people that I can connect you with if you wanted to explore past lives, and those impacts that they may be having, ancestral stuff, just feeling into energetic causes. But within the work that I do, these things do come up and do get cleared. It's just the way I connect with it right now is different. So, yeah. It's something that's evolving. It's something that's coming into a deeper layer. When I do crystal healing sessions, there are invariably messages from spirit. There are things that come up. There are things that get released. I have, I can somehow tap into hidden things, and I don't always understand where it comes from. But during a crystal healing session, when we're connected, there's a lot that comes up. There's questions that come to mind that I ask. There are insights that come come through in a session. So I'm looking forward to how they're evolving. But yeah, there are people who are more experienced in the energetic reading, I guess you would say. I work with the energy. I don't necessarily read the energy. I don't know if that makes sense to you. It doesn't really make sense to me too, because I'm very connected and I get a lot of messages and I get a lot of intuitive hits, and there's things that come through that, again, I don't know where they come from. They come from the energetic field. They come from the larger spirit, the collective energy. But yeah, it's evolving. It's different. It's fascinating. So anyway, so calming your spirit, calling your energy back to you. I encourage you to make this a daily part of your practices. Just make it a daily routine, a daily practice. Do it before a meditation and see how it feels. See how the meditation shifts. See what changes when you do it. So if you've called your energy back, release the energy that isn't yours, and then you do your meditation practice, you may find that it's deeper, that you feel much calmer afterwards, that different things come into your awareness, particularly, Mona, with the mindfulness meditation. You may find that it's easier or that it shifts. But calling your energy back, huge calming energetic practice for our spirit, for our wider energy. And again, when you're feeling that out of sorts, that irritable, that restless but tired, that may not be your energy. And asking that question, is this mine? And what do I need right now? What do I really need right now? What does my spirit really need right now? Whether you ask it silently in your head or speak it out loud, and then listening for and trusting and acting on the answer. That's where the shift happens. You know, if we're not willing to do the thing, then the thing that we're trying to change isn't going to change. If we're not willing to take the action necessary to change it. If we always do the same thing, we're going to get the same thing, right? So, and then tuning into the cycles, your own cycles, paying attention to your own cycles, and paying attention, coming in tune with the cycles of nature, with the cycle of the day, getting that sunlight first thing in the morning will help you sleep better at night, or getting daylight. Because again, today here in Nova Scotia, we don't have sun today. We have daylight, of course, but we don't have sunlight. Not clear, bright sunlight. Although there's a few little peaks of blue coming through the clouds there now. So maybe we'll get a little bit of sun before the storm comes on the weekend. Another weekend storm. Woohoo! But tuning into these cycles and recognizing that, you know, when the moon is coming full, I need to deepen these practices. I need to shift these things. I need to drink more water. I need to eat more fruits and vegetables, to calm the spirit, calling your energy back, releasing energy that isn't yours, deepening all of these practices so that the physical symptoms don't manifest in the same way. And this takes time. It takes practice. It takes trying the different things, trying this energetic practice, and seeing how it works for you. Because again, everything doesn't work the same way for everybody. But yeah. So I'm curious how all this feels to you. I have rambled, as always. It's kind of nice that it's not so echoey in here today. But yeah, recognizing, paying attention to when you feel out of sorts and noticing if there's a pattern to this. And recognizing that it's your wider energy field. Again, when there's nothing really wonky going on, with nothing out of the ordinary going on with your body, nothing out of the ordinary at home, things just seem kind of settled, but you're feeling this wonky, out of sorts energy. That is your wider energy field. That's in your spirit. That's this chaos in your larger spirit. So try these things. Let me know how they go. Let me know if this makes sense. If you catch the replay, let me know. Say hi. And if you have questions, comments as you're watching the replay, please leave them. I always come back and check in to see if, people have caught the replay and have had things come up for them, because that's, another side of why I'm here, is to help you as things come up for you, is to help support and guide you through it. And so we'll see how things continue to evolve here. And I look forward to y'all coming along with me on this journey as things deepen, the shifts in the crystal healing, and this masterclass. It's going to expand into something. I'm not quite sure exactly what yet, but as I integrate these changes that are happening in my own energy, and in my body and in my world here, these things change as well. So honoring that and honoring the flow, and I'm so excited for this year. It's going to be such a wonderful year. So much chaos is going to end this year in so many ways, in so many different layers. We're going to create calm in ourselves, in our homes, in our minds, our bodies, our spirits. And as we do this for ourselves, it's just going to expand out into the world, and, adding that calm energy to the collective energy, because we're all connected, right? This is why our spirits get out of whack, because that whole collective energy is out of whack. And it's like, well, I can't fix it. I can't fix the world as a whole. But the way we do that is by creating calm in our own worlds, by going through our own layers and going deeper in our own, looking at the layers of our own chaos and creating our own calm. And then that, spreads out through our energetic field, through our spirit. And as we calm our own, then it, expands out and helps create calm in the greater energy. So in the world energy, in the field, in the collective, in like whatever phrase or term you want to use it, you want to call it, as we create it in our own world, we help support, create the calm in the world as a whole. So let me know how this feels. Let me know if this all makes sense. Let me know if you've got questions. And again, if you're looking for, looking into past lives or ancestral healing, there are people that I can connect you with who do that type of work. If you're looking for creating more calm and energetic balance, pain management, and deeper relaxation, energy balancing, this is what I do. So, the crystal healing sessions, the relaxation is profound. If you've ever had a really good massage and you feel like butter afterwards, like you just feel like a big squishy block of butter, really calm and relaxed, this is the same effect that happens in a crystal healing session. And it's by distance, it's no contact. We meet over Zoom, and it's incredible because, again, we're all connected from an energetic perspective. So we don't actually have to be physically touching for this to work and this to happen. And I'm so excited because this was the result from my very, very first session when I was still in the course. And they've only gotten deeper, only gotten stronger with the shifts in my energy, with the addition of the quantum touch, with the crystals and stones. And so it's so calming to the spirit as well as the body and the mind. So it's all the different layers. I'm so stuck on the layers today. I need to get Shrek and the onion out of my head. But so I am working on revamping the actual process, the format of the sessions, but there'll be spots open in February for this. So again, it's focusing on pain management, pain relief, and relaxation and calming the spirit. So if you're interested, if you have questions, drop me a message, drop a comment, and I'll reach out to you, and we can talk about it. The spots will be opening up next month, which is not that far away. It's only, 4 days away until the 1st of February, which is wild. This month has gone by so quick. But yeah, so if you're interested, if you have questions about the crystal healing, let me know. And yeah, let me know how this feels. Let me know what you think. I'm always curious to hear what comes up for you as I ramble about these things. And yeah, I've got notes up the wazoo that are going to, like I say, this masterclass is going to expand into something more. Oh, you're so welcome, Janice. Thank you for being here. But yeah, let me know again if anything comes up for you. Questions, comments, shifts in perspective, shifts in your practices. I'd love to hear how that goes. If you try this calling your energy back, if you clean the crap out from under your bed and you find you sleep better, I would love to hear about it. That's, of course, another side of the work is the clearing out of the chaos in homes. That's a whole practice and offer on its own, because that's the home layer. And so let me know if you need some help with that too. It's one of my favorite things to do. But get the crap out from under the bed, add in the practice of calling your energy back, add in these questions when you're feeling that out of sorts, when you're feeling that irritation, that frustration, that restless but tired, ask the question, is this mine? Is this really mine? And maybe that's the moment when you need to do that energetic practice of calling your energy back and releasing what isn't yours. Ask the question, what do I really need right now? What does my spirit really need right now? Trust and follow the guidance, the answer that you get from asking that question. And then notice the shift, paying attention to the cycles of the day, the season, the moon, your own personal cycles, keeping track so that you know when to, open up the toolbox and dig a bit deeper into it. So that is my ramble for our final masterclass. Thank you so, so much for being with me through this masterclass series. If there's anything that you want to go deeper in or learn more about, let me know, because we can do another masterclass series later into the spring. Let me know. So let me know what you need. Let me know what you'd like more of, and we'll bring it and we'll do it. So again, thank you so much for being with me here for these master classes over the last couple of weeks. And I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful rest of Thursday, and that you find this helpful, that you're able to incorporate these things into your world and create some calm in your spirit and through the other classes in your home, your mind, your body. Again, it's all the layers. So I hope that, again, that you found some helpful, useful tools through these master classes, and I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful rest of Thursday. I hope you have a beautiful weekend. I hope you're not getting a storm like we are here. And I'm just sending you so, so much love and bright blessings, and I will see you all really, really soon. We'll see what comes next. I love you. Have a beautiful day.